Hi guys, it's me Josh, also known as Frogman Forever. Happy Saturday everyone. It's February 27th, 2021, current time 2:24 p.m. I'm going to do another session of Atari. I did this before. Um, this is kind of based on something I used to do on my YouTube channel a couple years back called Frog Fortitude, where basically I'd play an Atari 2600 game, and then after like 2 weeks of practicing it, I would try to see if I can top my own personal best. Uh, I'm not going to be doing any practicing in between these sessions, but I would like to revisit some of the games that I played prior and see if I can beat my own personal scores. So I already got one game set up here. I'm going to start off with Qbert, which I'm sure many people have heard of. Maybe I'm sure a lot of people have seen the footage of the game, but of course these are the 2600 versions. So all the release date information I'm going to display are going to be from the 2600 release, not necessarily when the arcade was released. Most of these games, the arcade was released prior to the home console on the 2600. So just want to say that before I continue. So yeah, this game was released for the Atari 2600 in 1983. My personal best on-camera score was 15,300. So I'd like to see if I can try to top that today. I was noticing when I was doing a little audio check, there might be some kind of delay. So hopefully that's not the case. If it is, I may have to fix it. So appreciate your patience in advance if that becomes a minor issue. But we'll see how things go. Alright, so we're going to play Qbert first. And, and before I begin, one more thing. I didn't call out a couple new followers last stream. I should have done that. So I just like to point them out here before getting started. I had a new follow from the 24 Rocket. So I'd like to thank you for the follow. I also got another follow from, I believe is it Tiki AJ? I'm sorry if I mispronounce these names, but thank you guys for the follows. I don't know if the 24 Rocket streams, but I can tell you Tiki AJ does. So I'll drop a little shout out. And I saw her streaming. She most recently played Fall Guys. I think I actually saw her playing some Fall Guys back with I watched Matrix play as well, and yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun on the stream. I definitely think you should stop on and show some love. Of course, we got a couple other followers, but they were on the last stream, so we've already kind of called them out. But yeah, guys, thanks. I appreciate the support. Let's jump right in. So I'll probably only play each game I'm gonna probably play like 3 or 4 games today, roughly for about 20 to 30 minutes each. So Qbert, I haven't played any of these games, I haven't practiced ahead of time, so it's gonna be interesting to see how well they hold up. In fact, I might have already died here. I'm gonna reset it in just a second. I just want to make sure I've got my volume levels the way I want them. Okay, so let's go ahead and restart. Fresh game. So, Qbert. Yeah, the control scheme's pretty interesting how it works out. It's easy to fall down in this game. Obviously, you don't want to jump where the enemies are. That'll result in death. You get to at least leave off where you were. The controls are very awkward in this game. I didn't give this game a high score. I think I gave it a 5 out of 10 when I played it. I have to give it another try. But it's really weird, and a lot of it has to do with the way you move. I'm just going to showcase this. I'm not really going to give a fair effort right here. But essentially, if I press down, it'll take me to the left. I'll see if I can explain a little better on a fresh game. If I press down, it takes me left. If I press up, it takes me back up. If I press right, it'll take me to the right. And then I can just keep going up. So if I will go down, it's going to take me to the left. If I press right, it's going to go right. It's just weird. Like, it's one of those things that you just have to adjust to as you play it. And it's so easy to forget. Like, sometimes you just want to go right, but you'll end up going down. These little elevator things, I forgot what they're for. Let's go find out what they are real quick. Of course, Qbert has a kind of a mouth on him. I think as long as you land on the elevators, you'll kind of get a chance to go back up. I don't know that you lose a life for that. I don't think you do. Let's find out. Let's test it again. Oh, and then of course, you know, you think you want to go to the right, but you're actually just falling down. It's one of those things that's just you don't really understand it until you play it, and then when you do, you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. See, I had 3 lives there, and then I fell, and I still have 3 lives. So it basically gives you a chance to like avoid enemies that are coming at you, and just start fresh up top. This is probably going to take me a moment to adjust to, but we'll see how it goes. So let's start a fresh game. This will be my first official attempt, and I don't remember if I had an attempt counter up, but I think I'm just going to leave it without the attempt counter. We'll just gauge it as best we can. So it's like the 12-minute mark on the stream, so I'll probably try to play this one for at least 20 minutes. So yeah, I'll just keep a mental note. I'll stop at about 32. All right, let's start. First attempt. Oh, I forgot. I pressed left and that made me jump off. That's kind of silly, right? You can't just press left to go down. You either have to go down to go left or right to go right. That seems to be like how it works. Left, it's just awkward. Left goes left, or down goes left, right goes right. So it's almost like you have to kind of hold. Oops, sorry. You kind of have to hold the controller like at a slight angle, and then just pivot between these two buttons, or these two directions, left and right. That's probably how I'm gonna have to do it. So I might hold the controller like this, you know, and just this is my left and this is my right. We'll see how that works. See if it makes a difference. Of course, if you're standing at the very top, you don't want to go left. You'll fall right off. So let's try that. See, it doesn't exactly work, right? Because then you have to go left to go up. Gotta go left to go up. So left to go up. It's weird. It's one of those things you just gotta adjust to. And you don't... I'd rather just hold the controller how you would normally hold it. I feel like I would adjust a lot better that way. I'm going to just start a fresh game and not mess around too much with the controls. I think I'm just going to play it as I normally would. Okay, let's start all over so I don't fall off right off the bat. Okay. I guess the green enemies won't kill you, or maybe you could jump on them. I'm not really sure. That's another thing, too, is that I haven't really experimented with the rules in scoring, which I'll probably do between now and the next time I play Qbert, is like really study each game. Right now I just want to, it's been like a couple years since I've played these, so I just kind of want to see how well I do after so long. And then next time I'll focus more on strategies and like how the scoring works and really try to perfect a better score. But for now, I just want to see how well I stack up via the test of time. I'm at 11,000, so I'm not too far off. See, I take this elevator so I can get back up top. And honestly, I moved to the left, so I should have gone off the level, but for whatever reason, it was nice enough not to kill me. So I've already beaten my personal best. Now in this round, you have to cover everything yellow, or you change everything from blue to yellow and then back to green. I think that was my last life. So I beat my personal best already, just after one attempt, and I don't think my personal best is really that high to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that here. 15,625. So, I mean, if it was just my first attempt and I already beat it, I feel pretty optimistic that I could probably beat it a couple times. So let's jump right in. There's another attempt. And meanwhile, I'll probably be getting more used to the controls. Maybe this run wasn't the best run. Whoops. Come on, Qbert. You awkward bastard. I knew I was going to run into that guy like right away. If I could just dodge him at the beginning, I think I'll have a better chance at having a decent score. I don't think that there is a delay that I was worried about. I think there's just like kind of a natural delay in the Atari 2600. Or maybe that's just the way the arcades were. But it's controlling, like whenever I hit the button, he'll move. So it's not like desynced for me. It seems to be working okay. Yeah, I got bonus points for jumping on that green thing. I was gonna wait for the snake that time just to make sure I dodged him. Oh, we're still going. I forget that, like, it doesn't reset the stage. You just continue from where you left off. I think with those green guys, as long as you jump on them, you'll get the extra points. I got around that guy that time. Oh, he cornered me. That was a better attempt though. I think that was it. Yep. Not bad. We can make progress off this. I might spend more like 30 minutes on this game because I am kind of having fun with it. And the fourth game was just going to be Frogger again, which I'll probably be playing every single time I stream this. It's usually the one I wrap up on. I kind of decided that's what I was going to do. I think I'm getting the hang of like juking this guy a little bit. I'm gonna pick up those extra points if I can. They seem to make a pretty significant difference. So he's coming up, so I'll see if he goes right or left, you know, and then I decide based on that. He cornered me. I tried to take the like elevator lift thing, but I ended up jumping the wrong way. So I screwed myself over. I didn't get the points for that. I guess there's some kind of trick to it, really. I feel like the ball moves a lot quicker than Q*bert does. See, that's a pretty good use of the lift. Then you can just get right back on top and take care of the ones that you weren't able to get to. Oh, I jumped off on accident. I don't know why I did that. That one I meant to jump off, but I had to hit up instead of right. So you kind of get the idea what I mean about, like, it does get picky which direction you're holding. I guess it just depends on Q*bert's positioning. Oh, I missed that one up there. Oh, I jumped down instead of right. Yeah, there's a little bit of awkwardness in the controls. I guess it's like a purple snake. Just wants Q*bert dead or something. I guess no enemy wanted to show up at that point. This seems to be a much better run for me. Got some extra points right off the bat, too. I guess it could take you right into danger too. That seemed to happen right there. I guess, as you progress in the levels, the snake gets quicker and the elevator becomes a little less practical to use. This might take us over to a new personal best. 15. Yeah, we're at a personal best here. We're still doing okay. I got an extra life or two. And I am starting to adjust to the controls. Did take me a little while. At least we made it back to the round where you try to cover everything in green. But I don't have an elevator to take me back up, so it's just gonna be Oh, and you can also like time it to where you jump while he's jumping, and you can like basically work around each other. I should have been moving. I got distracted. Hey, all right. That's a much better score for this round. Oh, look, they give us extra elevators. That's useful. Ooh, but he caught me right as I was going to jump on the elevator. So now we have a layer of blue, then yellow, then green. I'm thinking. Oh, no, it's purple, then blue, then yellow? I don't know. I think I'm doing a lot better now. Ooh, he caught me, though. That might be the game. Yep. Well, that's not bad. I'm actually really content with that. So what was that? 21,550? Yeah. I'll probably even make a little note in my phone. Well, I usually do, but I'm gonna add it to my records so I can keep track of all that. But right now, 21,550. That's really good. That's even higher than what I scored off camera, which I don't really announce because that's more just for me personally. But yeah, being up, because on camera last time I think it was like 15 something. And then also my on-camera scores don't just include last session, they include like when I would play this, when I used to play it prior for like a year or two ago. But then off camera, I also recorded that in case I beat my on-camera score. So I had like 19,000 for Qbert. But today I just beat both my on-camera and off-camera score. So that's good. I'll take it. I guess I'm kind of approaching the point where I should shift game here. So maybe I should end on a high with that one. So I'll move on to another game. I'll get it ready here. We're going to play, next we're going to play Roadrunner. And this one, it was a really interesting one. I was kind of looking for Atari 2600 gems back when I first decided to do Roadrunner. And I wasn't really sure what the game was about, and then I realized, oh, it's quite literally Roadrunner and Coyote, like the Looney Tunes. So I don't know why. And this one, I want to say, was also released around the same time for both the Atari 2600 and the Nintendo, because I think it was, if not the last, it was like one of the last Atari 2600 games. So this is released 1989 for the Atari 2600, if I got that right. And my personal best score for that was 27,300. Yeah. So, and that was on camera too. So I don't know if I'll get close because I haven't played this one in a little while. But I'll go ahead and display it. And you're going to notice about Roadrunner that it's going to look a little more modern compared to other Atari 2600 games. And that's just because it was one of the last ones. Hey, Kawaii Cherry Blossom 420, thank you so much for dropping in, and thanks for the host. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a nice day. How's your Saturday going so far? I'm gonna shift it into Roadrunner. Just played a little Cubert, and I think because I'll start at about this time, I'll probably play this one for at least 20 or 30 minutes, so I'll gauge it for about my 52, 53 minute mark. Just mental notes I'm taking here. Call me Cherry. Okay, I'll keep it simple with Cherry. That sounds good, like everyone else does. I am okay. It's easier, yeah. Okay, I'll do that. So Cherry, did you play any of these old school Atari games? And if so, have you played Roadrunner? This one's really fun. It is tough. So I'm not playing right now. This is just the demo. I played Adventure. Oh yeah, Adventure's another fun one that I haven't gotten to. That one's like low key. I'm like scared to play that one. Because just the idea of being chased around in this maze by these dragons and stuff like that, it's pretty cool. I have to give that one a try. So this game is essentially like you play as the Roadrunner, and you have to collect those little blue dots, which are seeds. Meanwhile, the whole time the coyote's chasing you. So you want to try to max your score. Collect seeds is like a big thing. But of course, you have oncoming traffic, and it's hard to react to it. You don't really know. You don't have much time to react to it. So it is a little awkward and everything. Adventure was the first game that had an Easter egg. Yeah, I've heard that it's kind of one of those complex games. What was the Easter egg in that one? I don't remember. But yeah, that was an interesting time. You have all kinds of people creating these computer games, and I guess there was a lot of room for putting in secrets and things like in the code of the games and all that stuff. So it was really neat stuff. All right, so I have my personal best score for this game posted. I'm gonna go ahead and make an attempt. I believe it was the creator's name if you brought it back to the start. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Zoe, for helping me with the shout out there for Cherry. And hi, Zoe. How are you? So, Cherry, you stream? I will go ahead and yes, I do. Have I followed you already? If not, I'm gonna drop you a follow. Oh yeah, I have followed you. Okay. I need to tune in on one of your streams. Show some love. Well, I appreciate you guys dropping in and being here. Hope you guys are having a nice, pleasant Saturday so far. Let me exit out of this menu if I can. It lets me. Oh, okay, there we go. You probably followed me from Niku. Okay, yeah. I enjoy I enjoy watching his streams, and I enjoy interacting with the chat. So yeah, that's probably what happened. Or Zoe, yeah. Zoe, Niku, Renzi, Tori, all those peeps, very cool people. I hang out with so many people. Yeah. I try to like branch out and hang out to a lot of people, but I will admit, I do get kind of mixed up with I can't always remember. Oh, who, how do I know this person? It's like trying to remember all that, but you know, you know, you kind of get used to it. You kind of learn as you go. So this is gonna be my first attempt here for Roadrunner. So I'm starting, for me, it's like the 35-minute mark. So the thing is, like, if you change direction, like, obviously if you just go in a straight line, you're gonna go faster. You're gonna gain some distance over the coyote. You change direction, like if you're gonna go down to pick up seeds and stuff, he's gonna start gaining on you. Also, you have to be. It's so hard to react to these vehicles when they come. You don't really know where they're coming from. Sometimes they're gonna pop up right before the seeds, so it's like you're tempted to go grab the seeds, but then of course you run the risk of running right into the vehicle. If you can, I think if you can, there might be a way to manipulate it so that the coyote gets hit by the vehicle. If you can pull that off, I want to say you get better points, or you get more points. And there's also a way to jump, and that's also a little awkward. You have to jump over these little things. Oh, and I forgot, you don't want to hit those blue things. I couldn't remember if they were good or bad. But they're like little traps and stuff that the coyote sets up for the roadrunner. Oh. But yeah, if you step on it, you'll freeze in place, and then it's basically death. Now this guy, I'm going as fast as I can, like dead straight on, but he's gaining up on me anyway, and I think that's just because, I want to say it's just because, like, when you grab seeds, you move quicker. Also, you'll notice with the scoring, if you grab seeds like in a row, like multiple seeds in a row, your points will grow. Like, I don't know if it's exponentially, but they'll grow higher. And then if you miss seeds, then it's going to go back down to lower. So like you could do like 200, then 300, then 400 for every consecutive group of seeds. Yeah, he got me pretty quick on that one. I had to make that jump. And that's the game over. So that's the basic principle of the game, though. So I didn't do too well. I only got 9,200. I remember I played this one quite a bit when I was playing it. I don't even remember how long ago it was. So yeah, not a good first attempt. I think I got like a third of my score, and the game does get pretty complicated. But I gotta admit, it is a really fun one. So let's keep going. See if I can do better each time. And I like that it has a little loony. Thank you for the ribbit, by the way. I know that sound alert is not super loud. I was trying to find a louder one today, actually. But I guess as long as you could hear it. Atari might be not, but the Atari emulator that I'm using might not be so bad for the sound alerts. Because in general, there's not really a lot of audio going on with Atari anyway. That's what happens whenever you run into a car. But if you can, I think, like, if you can land into a car and then make the coyote get hit, like, you might get some bonus points. I'm surprised I scored as high as I did with how crappy I did compared to the first time. If I'm late to respond, it's because I'm doing the Hot Ones challenge again. Is that with the Cheetos? What is the Hot Ones challenge? Or is that some? I'm thinking of something else, aren't I? Oh snap! But I'm pretty sure that's a death, right? Yeah, it is a death. I wasn't 100% sure. But it's funny, though, because, like, even though you die when you, like, get carried away by the truck, you at least, like, can potentially get some bonus points for taking down the coyote. I thought that's a pretty cool little touch. There's a couple ways you can actually foil the coyote. Oh. Like that, I think, gave me some extra bonus points. That's the one with 10 hot sauces that get spicier and spicier. Oh, no. I once did that, like, with jalapeno peppers and stuff, like, starting from, like, the lowest Scoville, just see how far I can get. But I also didn't have any dairy. Like, we had, like, milk, but we don't have, like, the milk with lactose. Because I'm lactose intolerant. And I think, like, the milk with lactose makes the better difference. Also, we had, like, ice cream, but it was more like frozen yogurt, so So I couldn't like get my mouth to cool down or whatever, so to speak. Couldn't get the spice out. I think I only made it to the basic jalapeno. But there was a point where I was like, I want to see if I could try to build my tolerance. And then after that, I was like, maybe not. maybe not. But the next one I had was the habanero, and I was like, I can't even handle this jalapeno. I'm not even gonna try the habanero. That's just death right there. That's pretty cool though. That's kind of like what they do on that YouTube channel, right? With the hot ones. I don't know how I outran him there. Oh snap! It's like you don't even because like here's the thing because on that first level I got like 11,000 points, but I was only on level 1, and then this one I made it to level 2, but I only have 7,000 points. So there's definitely a trick to scoring higher sooner. I really think it has to do with the seeds. Good luck, Zoe. Nice. I did it once and I couldn't stop crying. I still ate it. I ate Carolina Reaper before. Wow. Where does that one fall on the Scoville scale? Do you know? Is that one? I would imagine that sounds a lot hotter than a jalapeno. I mean a habanero. Okay. Oh. Sometimes like it's funny because like you start the game and you're just standing there like awkwardly in front of the coyote, and I guess he'll just stand there and wait for you to start running. It's not as fun for him to chase you down if you're just standing there. Kind of takes the thrill out of it, I suppose. I wish there was a like I don't know, games like this, they'll position you. It's better to be like in the back third portion of the screen, because if you're like dead center, you have much less time to react to oncoming traffic. I don't know about this one. I mean, I'm going to keep trying. I'm not like discouraged or anything, but I also realize that I'm not really getting close to my personal best score. So I don't know. It might not happen today. It makes your insides burn. If you eat a lot, it can kill you. Oh, snap. Sounds awful. So wait, you had one? Oh wait, so you said and you actually finished the Carolina Reaper? Or you just like tasted it? So and then also you would say that you have like a pretty good like a high tolerance of it? If it's okay for me to call you that, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Kawhi Cherry was telling me that just go by Cherry. So, but I'm sure Casey, I don't know. Yes, my brother also ate it. Oh, wow. That sounds rough. Aw, snap. Okay, so I think really, honestly, the key is just like keep getting seeds and just avoid traffic. I mean, that's really all you can do. But I don't like being so close to the oh, see, and I had a chance to get out of the way, and that was just me. But it does make a big difference when you're grabbing seeds in succession. I'm not even really that concerned with the coyote. This first round, he's pretty slow. And then even in the second round, when he starts gaining on you, he's still... Oh, see, look at that. Like, it's tempting because it's like, okay, there's a row. They're going to go diagonally. So if I go diagonally, I can pick up all four, but then the car comes out of nowhere, and then it throws off your... You know, it kind of sets you up for failure kind of thing. So, like, this round, this is what I was saying. Like, he'll gain on you, but, like, he'll still slow down, like, when he gets real close. As long as you stay steady. I think, like, that's the key. If you move he will gain on you. Oh, I don't have no idea what happened. I guess I just restart the game or whatever. I probably got a game over and then I hit the button too quickly. I wasn't even paying attention to my score there, but I don't think I beat my record, so I'm not gonna. Whatever is easier. He looks weird. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I like that they did the circular thing for their feet. It's kind of reminiscent of like those old school cartoons like Flintstones, when they like run in place before they actually start running. It's like they're building like this speed, this like cloud of speed right below them. Yeah, but they do look awkward though. I mean, you can tell what they are. It's that Atari 2600 charm, or I guess arcade charm. I was talking about. Yeah, about Coyote. Yeah, but even Coyote, yeah, I could see it too. Well, they both kind of got that, like, circular ring. But yeah, you're right. His face and everything. It's like, you can kind of see a little bit of expression in him, even though the graphics are so primitive. At least I got some points off that. I think you get points, as far as I can tell. But it's also really hard for me to pay attention to my overall point count. It's like I almost need to pay a little bit more attention to the cars than to the seeds. And then the jumping is a little hard to time too sometimes. Like you don't want to jump too late. See, it gets you real nervous because he starts gaining on you, but you just stay straight and you'll be fine. He'll slow down. This is a much better round for me. I will say this though, it's like you kind of press hard on the D-pad with your left thumb, and you could feel your left thumb getting like tired. Oh, he still caught me. It's because I changed direction. I went for the seeds. I wanted them points. Alright, I think we got more cars coming. So this is the first time I made it to stage 3. Oh, that's a game over. That's my best run for today so far. So if I would have done like twice as good, then I would have beaten my score. Oh, okay? So you think a coyote kind of looks like a bird because he catches up? Kind of does. Kind of looks like a duck, right? It's got that that bill, like a. I'm not really paying attention to the game, but yeah, I can kind of see like a bill. He gets run over, so it's basically it's a lose-lose situation. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't die. I wasn't really looking. Okay, but I also probably missed out on a bunch of points. Woo! See, now I'm like maxing at 1,000. That's the key. Like, just get as many seeds as you can in sequence, like in a row, consecutively, and it'll rack up the point value of each individual seed. Like right now it's at 200, now it's at 300 because I haven't missed any. Oh, that's an obstacle. Coyote's catching up. I can't really change direction. I gambled on it and got away with it, but... Ooh. I thought that I was just slightly below, but oh well. That wasn't a bad attempt either. It's starting to get used to me, but I gotta be honest, it's also kind of getting my thumb. Let me take a quick drink of water. I don't mind if you want to point out things in the games. Like, you probably, I mean, that's really neat. I like talking about the game itself and pointing out things that I noticed too. So it's cool because I like talking games like in general. So you might point out something I never noticed. I'm more of a video game nerd who likes anime. Well, that's cool. I mean, I've never actually been much of an anime guy. You know, besides like the mainstream ones, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, things like that. But um, I have a cousin who's really into that stuff, and she's always recommending things. And one of these days, I think she mentioned Death Note is a show that I should really give a try. She thinks I'll like it, so I think if I was gonna watch an anime, and I probably will, I'm gonna probably start with Death Note. And I also watched the Castlevania on Netflix, but only the first season. Although I do plan on watching the second season. I really enjoyed that one as well. What kind of anime do you watch, or anyone else who's watching? I'm so sorry. I did not realize you. Let me. You're right. You were redeeming hydrate, so I will definitely do that. And it's good for me too, because I have a really bad habit of not drinking water when I stream. There's one. There's two. And a bonus one for my health. Yeah, I'm so sorry if I miss one of those. Just feel free to call me out on it. There's a lot of things that I'm still kind of getting used to on the streaming end. Currently Demon Slayer, but haven't watched another episode in a while. Same. Currently watching Ghost in the Shell. So what are those like about? Like, if there's a way to like give me like a short 2 to 3 sentence summary, or or maybe you can condense it even shorter. Like, if it's just easy enough to do that. I know it's kind of hard with some things to summarize because they're probably more complicated than a simple sentence would put it. But yeah, feel free to let me know what they're about. Oh, I almost got hit by that car. I didn't need to do that jump, but I was just pressing it because I wanted to make sure I was pressing the right button. Couldn't remember which button it is. Ooh. I still got some points, though. Ooh. Got points. You see, like, how when you change direction, you can see Coyote just like pick up a little bit of speed, very slightly, but it's just enough for him to potentially catch up to you. Oh, I thought I was right below it. Oh, I missed my score, but I know it wasn't good enough. Oh wait, I could probably check it real quick if I go back to my stream manager, because I have like a quick second to see it. Oh, never mind. World of Demon Hunters and Boy becomes one. World of Demon Hunters and Boy becomes one to find a cure for when his sister becomes a demon. I noticed Coyote looks kind of orange instead of brown or something, or somehow created a lighter brown. Yeah, and that could also just be like the port itself. Because well, actually, I'm not really sure if this one made it to the arcade. It might have just been made for Atari. But yeah, it's that color palette with Atari. Demon Hunter sounds, or the Demon Slayer looks, Demon Slayer sounds pretty cool. What time is it? Okay, I think this is gonna be my last attempt at Roadrunner, cause I can't stream for too long today. And this one's a hard record for me to beat. This is kind of a bonus stream. I don't normally stream Saturdays unless I just have the time to do it. And I want to. I mean, ultimately I won't stream if I don't feel like it. Whoa. But it's been at least a month since I played some Atari games. I'll play one more. But yeah, it's been a little while since I played Atari, and I want to play more because I really want to expose myself to more of these games and see what I like. I don't know exactly how to explain Ghost in the Shell. Well, that's okay. Well, you don't have to tell me what it's about, but what's something you like about it? Like, you like the characters? Is there like action? Is it just like a good story? Is it one of those shows that like is just like addicting? Like once one episode ends, like you just gotta start the next episode. Yeah, you don't have to explain it if it's too complicated, but I'm curious, like, you know, what you like about it. Okay, I think this will be my last attempt here. I gotta do better about watching these cars, collecting these seeds. You know, let me just start over until I can get a good start at one of these streams of seeds. Alright. Streams? Strands? I don't know. Rows? No, I don't want to die that early. Okay, I'll take the 300. Oh, never mind. Lost that. Okay, whatever. I'll just go with it. Surprised I didn't get hit by that car that time around. Ugh. It's like, how come when you just barely miss the seeds, they don't give it to you? But when you just barely miss the traps, you get trapped. This one is really fun though. I will say this. I really enjoy this game. Like, for an Atari 2600 game, it's very fun to play. Any Atari 2600 game, if you want to, like, if you have headphones on, you're listening to music, like, they're fun. You can just kind of get lost in them for a little while. Eventually, your eyes do get tired depending on what you're playing, and you have to take a break. But they're still very fun to play. Any of the space games, like with music, are going to go great. I don't know why he caught me. I guess I changed the direction too many times there. Hey, Terrence. Oh, hey, finally caught someone. You caught me, Terrence. How you doing, man? How's your Saturday? And Zoe says, oh, well, there's many series to it, but I like the idea of a task force in a cyberpunkish world who takes down criminals. Nice. Terrence, you were playing Bomberman 64? I must have missed that memo. I used to own that game. I don't think I own it anymore. I probably sold it when I was younger. I kind of wish I didn't sell that game because it's pretty fun. So that's gonna... I didn't even have to update my personal best score on Roadrunner. That's gonna basically cover Roadrunner. So I'm going to move on to game number 3. This one is called Polaris. And I like stumbled upon this game because I was looking up what are some games on the Atari 2600 that are solid games that not many people have played or heard of, like the kind of the hidden gems, and this is one of them. So I'm going to update that here. Polaris. And this game came out 1983. At least the Atari release came out in 1983. And my personal best score for Polaris on camera is 12,700. Off camera, it was 10,900. So I already beat my off camera personal best. But I don't really, like I said, I don't really concern myself with the off camera score. That's kind of like, you know, you could say that you scored this much off camera, but if you don't have the video evidence to prove it, then it's just kind of more you're talking the talk, not walking the walk. So that's my personal best score on camera for Polaris. So I'm going to get that one started up here. Let's see. It's been a busy morning running around for free Micro Center swag. And got lunch at Hardee's. Hardee's, that's a burger place? I've heard of it, but I don't think we have one where I am. Then we grabbed soda, filled out forms. Oh, Carl's Jr. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're like affiliated and all that stuff. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, then I've had Carl's Jr. before. Although I don't know that we have any more locations in town. I think they either went out of either they moved or I don't know. You fill out forms and then did laundry. I did a little bit of ADHD gaming with that one. I wanted to move on to something else, but I had nothing loaded. Nice. My mind immediately went to Batman Begins with the word memo. Batman Begins, nice. That one I haven't seen in a while. I'll say I got a superstar meal and hope that's an item that carries on both menus. What's the superstar meal? Is that just like a basic burger, or is it something a little different? Can always rely on Terrence to make me hungry while I'm streaming. Always brings up delicious foods. Zoe also does the same thing. You guys just always have like these amazing ideas for snacks and things. Polaris. This one is kind of a weird game. And like it really is weird, but I like it for what it like it's a little ambitious. There it is. But there's what I've noticed about Polaris, and it might not be the best like score setting type of game, is you can basically grind for points at an area that maybe you're not necessarily intended to grind. I'll show you what I mean. I think it's some kind of double cheeseburger with lettuce, tomato, and some kind of tasty sauce with ketchup and mustard. Yeah, that sounds good. When I have the power of munchies. Yeah, Terrence, you do have the power of munchies. But we need that. We need that in these streams. Polaris. So this one's weird. I'm playing as the yellow or the brighter yellow sub. I think you have to collect these. No, those are torpedoes. Okay, obviously I don't remember what I'm doing exactly. Oh, I think I can shoot. I might have exited. Sorry. Let's go back in. I think I might have even exited out. Yeah. Trying to remember the controls here. Wii emulation. Yeah, I mean, like I've always said, if I can stream on the original console and I'm not too lazy to set it up, I'll do that. But I don't have the Atari 2600, let alone one that's modded for like HDMI. So, all right, let's try again. So, okay, that's what we're doing. I couldn't remember how it works. Yeah, you want to take out the planes, but this is what I was talking about with the grinding. You can, so obviously they're gonna drop those black like torpedoes at you, or essentially you can stand like under the other enemies, take them out. You can get extra points for that boat if you can catch it. This is what I'm saying, like, if you take out the planes, you'll advance to the next part of the stage. Which I can do at any point if I wanted to. But you can also wait for just, like, boats to show up, because they're worth more points. Everything goes more slowly in the first level. Like this guy right here. See, I just racked up extra points by waiting for him to show up. And he's going to keep showing up, like, infinitely. So, like, what's my incentive to go to the next level? Like, to take out that plane, go to the next level, if I can just rack up points this way. His torpedoes are going to move a lot slower in the first level, so it's going to be easier not to take hits. That's what I'm talking about with this game. Like, it's almost a crime for me to play it. Because it's just like, I'm just going to sit here and rack up points. But I won't do that the whole time. I'll actually try to play through it. I'm just trying to make the argument that you really just could sit here and keep racking up points that way. Like, what's to stop you? Alright, but anyway, let's move on. So, essentially, the level ends when you take out all the planes. And then you have like this smaller plane that will attack you. Now this section here, you can't, it's auto scroll. I think you can move quicker, and you can slow it down slightly by pressing up to go fast and down to slow it. But that's basically it. You can't hit any of the black, because that's like a wall, or it's like a cliff or something. So if you just hit it just slightly, you're dead. But I don't think you're dead. You get like a certain amount of hits. Now it's like, okay, now to level 2. So what I try to do, just in general, is take out 2 of the planes. There's only 3 to take down before the smaller plane shows up. If I could just hit him. Okay, well, I hit that guy. So at this point, you know, it's time to just, like, rack up points. Like, what's going to stop you, right? I didn't mean to shoot that, but I'll take it. And I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention, but maybe you rack up more points for grinding in level 2 than you would grinding in level 1. That's something that I should really, you know, play around with. Like right now, let's see how much you get for shooting this boat. Oh, actually, I wasn't paying attention to what I started with. If anyone caught how many points you get from that. I'm at 6,600, but if we wait for one more, what will that put us at? I can see how, like, as a viewer, the beeping would maybe get annoying. 166. So that brought it up by like 800 points. So you can get 800 points each boat. But I wonder if that's the same amount of points you get in level 1 versus level 2. I'll just take him down. This guy's kind of a jerk, and it's hard to hit him. Okay, now we have more obstacles. Unless you can hit these, I can't remember. Let's try. I'll take a gamble on it. It's for educational purposes. Okay, no, you don't want to hit those. See, that was my initial thinking, but I thought there was something here that you can collect in these screens. Maybe I should go to the left. I thought there was something additional you could hit in these screens to get more points. Whoa, see, it's a tight squeeze there, and then you just have to keep positioning yourself to not die. And like I said, you can fast forward this by holding up, but that might screw you up. I don't know if that makes the projectiles go quicker. It might not. It might actually benefit you to hold the camera down or not. Like if you're trying to, like if you could tell you're about to hit a projectile, so you kind of slow it down like that, like what I just did there, and just kind of tweak it to your advantage. Oh, for some reason I thought that it was gonna keep going left and turned around on me. Okay, well that's game over. Sorry. So that's game over. And I got 8,600. So I didn't quite hit my score, but you get what I'm saying about the whole grinding thing. Like, you could really just take your time with this game. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it again. And I'm pretty much just going to take my time with it. That's the other thing too about this game is that like every single continue that you use doesn't, I mean, it takes quite a bit of time to get a game over. So you can really invest in getting a couple levels in. You know, and then by the time it's over, it's like, man, I kind of got my experience from it and want to move on. So this is one of those games that I probably won't be doing a whole lot of attempts for. I mean, I think this is going to be my last one on this game, on this specific Atari game. Okay, wait. Oh, yeah, so that's the other thing I wanted to find out is I had 13, and it brought me up to 2,100. So again, I scored 800 points. So it didn't make a difference whether you grind in level 1 or you grind in level 2 for those boats. You're going to get 800 points either way. And that's exactly my point. Like, what is your exact incentive to keep advancing in the levels if the point values don't increase? I forgot about him. So that's why I can't decide if I like this game or not, because it's cool, like it's ambitious for what it is. It's got a great like kind of ambiance, and I wouldn't say story. There's not really much story to these games, but like the objective and what the creators were trying to do, or creator, I don't know. Some of these Atari games were just made by like one person, but it's like, does that make it a bad game if the point values don't increase per round? And if you can just like sit here and just grind and grind and grind, like there's really not much challenge to that. You know, I mean, obviously you have projectiles still coming at you, but the projectiles are very slow and easy to avoid. So I don't know. I can't tell if that makes it a bad game or if that just makes it like it's playable, but what's your incentive to keep playing it? I don't know. Like, I could sit here for like 2.5 hours playing just this game and just doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and I could rack up a ton of points before I eventually lose all my lives. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna play it at this point because it defeats the purpose to just be sitting here. You got to play the game. So I'll be honest with you. This one I might not come back to after today. But like, there's still a part of me that likes it. Like, I want to like it. I really do. Like, there's still, like, these sections right here are fun. They're tough. Like, they're challenging, but they're also fair. And I like the charm of it. Like, I like what's going on. I mean, it's a pretty advanced looking game for 2600. But now we're back at these sections, and I'll just clear 2 planes. And then there's just one more to deal with, and that's it. I'm like just barely kissing that black corner there. Somehow still alive. If I move just like one more pixel down, then I'll kill myself. Oh, I killed that plane on accident. Okay, so this is where I died last time. And these obstacles are tough to avoid. It just depends like how quickly you're moving and where you're positioned, and can you sneak on by? Maybe I should have slowed down there. That was close. That was... You stay to the right. Squeeze on through. This one gives me trouble here. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to go approach it from the right side. I think I'll just go from the left side. If I could make it there. I think that might be game over. Yep, that's game over. I might just switch it over to Centipede again, because I really like Centipede. My last game was going to be Frogger. I think I'm going to switch it back to Centipede. Just because I really like Centipede, and I got to play some Centipede. And then I'll finish up on Frogger. Because I always finish up on Frogger. You got to, right? So Centipede was released, at least the Atari 2600 port of Centipede was released 1982. So we're going to go back in time one more year. And I'll post my personal best score there. 34. This one's going to be hard to beat, but I still want to play it. I don't care. 34, 164. Alright, that's done. So let's exit and we'll go back to Centipede. Frogger! Yes, indeed. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at Frogger, but that's why I plan to play it. Every time I stream Atari, I'm going to play Frogger for a little while. Like, every session. so that eventually, over time, I'll get pretty good at Frogger. I mean, that's the theory. That's the hope, anyway. Of course, it'll probably help if I played some more off camera too, to really help with that score. All right, Centipede. By the way, if you're watching, how does the text appear on your end? Could you read the letters clearly, or do I need to make it larger? Okay, so we're gonna do Centipede. So we'll try a game or so of that. Let me take a quick drink of water, and then we'll get started here. And that one's there. Oh, hey, Tio, how you doing? Have you ever played the game Egomania? No. Is that an Atari 2600 game? Man, I love me some Centipede. Yeah, get used to that annoying spider. It'll be around quite a bit. Just warming up here. Yeah, it's not good that they're all scattered like this. It's a very bad thing. There we go. Spider got me. Ooh, that spider was really zoning on me there. Okay, that was a warm-up. Let me see. I'm just gonna look at the chat. Thanks for the shout, Zoe. Because he's a maniac, and he just loves waffles and yo-tio. Nice. It is a 2600 game. Okay, well, maybe I'll take a look at it here on stream. Let me play at least, like, one decent game of Centipede, and then I'll check it out. Does the audio seem a little out of sync for you guys, or is it just on my end? Because the gameplay is, like, cooperating with me. Like, when I move, my character moves. I guess if you can call it a character. My sprite or whatever. So it like feels in sync on my end. I'm just curious if the audio's in sync on your end, because the audio's, it's weird. Like, the gameplay's in sync for me, but not the audio. So I wonder if you guys see the same thing. It could just be the emulator. I don't know. I'm not really sure what it is. I missed it. That's not good. Gotta kill it. Extra life. Ooh, got lucky there. spider. I knew he was coming too. Okay. It's kind of funny, like when you play it, you kind of keep the spider in your peripheral view sometimes. And you hope that your limited depth perception is gonna be okay. I saw that scorpion, I had to go for it. Not sure how I didn't get hit there. Yeah. When they get to the bottom, it gets really. Oh well, no! I hit the wrong button. Started the game over. I don't even know what my score was. I kind of sucks. Like when you press the start button, it resets the game. I wish there was a different button for that. I didn't even realize I hit the start button. I might have hit something else. That's not it. Egomania is a paddle game. It's like in my top 5 paddle games. Oh, okay. Let me try again without, like, you know, screwing myself over. I felt like I was doing pretty good there on that last one. I think I died just that one time. Dang. Quiet, you. I should have died by that last spider. Scorpion. Would you just hit it? Okay. Oh! The whole thing got away. Okay. Oh yeah, if you hit one of those glowing rectangles, it'll make, or excuse me, if the centipede hits one of those glowing rectangles, then that's what makes them fall, like, pretty much immediately. It's like you just gave, it's like the centipede just like gave himself speed or something. See, this one is gonna start declining pretty quickly. Not sure how I didn't get killed by that spider, but no complaints there. Again, not sure how I'm not getting killed by these spiders, but I will take it. Things are starting to get crazy. Not quite killing anyone. Still got lives. Is that gonna do it? Nope. No, I think it did. I think it was the over. I shouldn't have pressed the button. Let's see. I'm running a little shorter on time. I still want to get to Frogger, but I do want to try Egomania. So let me set that up real quick. Is that a score-based game? And what year did that come out? That came out Egomania. That one came out, at least for the Atari 2600, 1983. Egomania. 1983 Egomania? Okay, let's check a look. '83. Personal best, 0. This one's a blind one for me. The gameplay is fun, but the premise of the game is ridiculous. You are a bear that is catching eggs on your head. The eggs are being dropped on you by this crazy bird. You need to catch the eggs in the basket. Once you get enough, you get to shoot them back at the bird. If you miss an egg, the bottom of the screen fills with yolk. If you miss too many, you drown in yolk. Dude, that sounds like a cool game. Let's play it. And if it's score-based, then that's even better. Because then I can come back to it. I mean, not that I wouldn't come back to it if it didn't have a score, but, you know, that's kind of the point of these particular sessions, is to try to beat scores. But I'll probably do a separate Atari stream at some point where I play games that aren't based on score, like Adventure. Because I know I haven't played it. I've seen gameplay of it, but I haven't actually tried it out for myself. Egomania, there it is. Alright, here we go. Let's try it out. Let's see what it's like. Oh, you know what? It's a paddle game, so I might have to use the Wiimote. Yeah, these ones actually, I'll be honest with you, they don't work as well on the Wiimote as they would see, it's like awkward. It's like motion controlled, but oh, there you go. I have to hold it like, I don't really know. Oh, you do go forward, backward. There you go. But it is a little awkward compared to like using. Can I use a joystick? I don't know if it'll let me. I don't think it will. Okay, let's start the game again. Oh, it says 1982. Maybe that's when it was like published. I don't know. Whatever. Either way. How do you start? Go. Press A maybe? Okay, here we go. Catching the eggs. Kind of weird, right? How I have to like tilt it. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. Oh, I could shoot him back? Oh, with the B button. So after you count a certain amount, you could shoot him back, right? Okay, I get it. It's making sense now. I'm happy you explained it to me, because I probably would have no idea what I was doing or what's going on. Okay, so start. Okay. Oh, I'm drowning in yolk. I know I should be recording these scores, but they're just not high enough to merit recording at this point. Okay, already death. Come on, chicken. Bring it on. It doesn't really look like it. It looks like a turkey. Ooh. But even its head kind of looks weird. Oh. I guess maybe you can't let any fault hit the ground. This reminds me a little bit of the one with the bomber. What's this called? I have it here. I'll show it to you in a second. So it is score based, which is cool. This might take me a moment to get used to in terms of the controller. It's, geez, I'm trying to hold it up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, this is the part where I have to fire at the chicken or the turkey. Okay, dropping more. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to hold it, I'm sorry. But I'm basically just like tilting it up and down like this to go left and right. It's kind of weird that you have to tilt up and down to go left and right. This will make it do that. So it's weird. But I'm still gonna try this. Like I want to see. I'll play it a little bit longer. You have to see. You have to see when you get enough eggs. Oh, oh, yolk. It's like a turkey, but it has a fragile head. Yeah. I love it how its hair is just kind of like bobbing up and down. That turkey's just like strutting with his like little arms flailing like a T-Rex. Wait until you see the dance. Dirty Bird is too much. I appreciate you pointing this game out though. I'm trying to think, what was the name of the game I couldn't think of? The one that was like this. I have it written down here because it's probably one of the ones I was going to get to at some point. Kaboom. It's kind of like Kaboom. That one has a robber. Or like, not a robber, but like a burglar or something like that, and he's dropping bombs. Or just like a bomber. I don't know. He's like a terrorist, I guess. I don't know. Aw, snaps. He already died. Okay, let's start again. Go. Bring it. Drop them eggs. No. Here, let's try again. Ugh. Yeah, the paddle just doesn't... Oh, man, I don't know. Like, I want to play the paddle games because there's a lot of fun paddle games, but I gotta figure... I'm gonna look into it more and see if there's, like, a better way to control it next time. But on the note of Egomania, I'll show you Kaboom real quick. I'm not even gonna label it because I just want to show you very quickly. Kaboom is basically the same kind of premise. It's just that you don't get to fire the eggs back. I can start the game. There it goes. See, look how awkward this looks. Okay, let's start the game. I already missed the first one. But I think you can drop an X amount, because I dropped one. Unless I caught it and the game was generous. And he just goes faster and faster. And you can start the round whenever you're ready. You just press the A button. And then once the bomb hits, like, I think the game's over. I don't know if they give you more lives. Or maybe they give you 3. But they start the speed back at the lowest, or the slowest level. And I don't know if that really manipulates, like, how many points you earn by how fast it's actually dropping them. But that's basically the game. I had 2 or 3. This was actually another one on my list that I was going to come back to, but I probably wasn't going to spend too much time on it. Like, my high score on Kaboom is 324, and I got 203. That just kind of tells you, like, how bad I am at using this controller. I don't know if there's another way to control it on this emulator. I'll look into it. Yeah, it looks similar. Yeah, like when I saw the game, I was like immediately, I was like, no, it's like Kaboom. If you nail the bird, stuff happens. Okay, well, I appreciate you showing me that game, and I think I will come back to Egomania. In fact, let me just write it down now on my list. Because I did enjoy it. But it's just, I have to figure out how to have a better control on it. It looks like fun, and I will check out the chicken dance. Okay, it looks like it just needs to touch the paddle to count, I guess. Yeah, that's the other thing I noticed too. I wasn't sure if it has to touch the top of the paddle or as long as it touches some part of the paddle before it hits a certain pixel at the bottom. That looks like what's going on. So I have to wrap this stream up in about 10-15 minutes. I don't have that much time. So I'm going to finish and just play like a game or two of Frogger. And If anyone's on, we'll drop a little raid. So sorry that this session was a little more rushed than my last Atari session, but I hope the next time I stream Atari won't be too far off. And there's still plenty of games that I want to get to and revisit from about a year or two ago when I was setting personal best scores. So Frogger, the port for the Atari. When did it come out? I thought I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, 1981. So now we're going back a little more in time. I think this one's the oldest game that I've played today. And my personal best so far, it's not very impressive. I was kind of messing around with Frogger last time. 495. I'm going to take a quick drink of water because Nightbot's getting on me about that. Not that I mind. I really should be drinking more water. When the bottom panel vanished, it did lose the hitbox too, it seemed. Yeah, maybe it gets a little harder to catch them the fewer paddles you have. Like, it's just based on the hitbox that you have with the paddles. Okay, so I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to end off on Frogger. And next time, I think with Atari, I'll probably play... I'm going to play Pac-Man. Beam Rider. Now, Beam Rider is really fun. So I'm excited for the next Atari session. If you've never played Beam Rider or even heard of it, you can either look it up or you can just wait till next stream and I'll show it to you myself. But that one's fun. Maybe I'll play a little more Kaboom and Egomania if I could figure that out too. Yeah. Okay, let's switch over to Frogger. And I'll probably only play like 2 or 3 games of this. But I'm going to really try to focus here so I don't, so I can try to come up with a score that's relatively respectable here. Trying to get 500 points. And it's funny too, because the first time I played this last time, I wasn't sure if you have to hit the green or the blue. And you just have to hit the... Oh, I hit the green too soon. Ribbit. And if I talk over any of those sound alerts and you didn't really hear it, like, just let me know. I can replay it. The hardest ones I find, and maybe a lot of people find these to be the hardest ones, are the boxes on the very corners. I'm gonna try to hit the one on the top left. I think that one's the hardest to hit. Now, one thing I don't really understand is when you get to round 2 and you see like the alligators. I don't really understand how that last row works. Like how they actually will kill you. This is a game that I'll probably definitely have to read into more so I can understand how it works. All the little mechanics and rules. So I can maximize my score. Like, there's something blocking that final row sometimes, and I think it's an enemy, but I'm not totally sure. If my tone ever sounds like I'm complaining, I'm really not. I'm really just kind of like put logic into, like, I'm just really kind of like going through my thought process and trying to make sense of the game and how it works. See, so like there's, I don't know if you saw that. There's like an alligator in the top left corner, and he'll like eat you if you like get right in front of it. You don't even have to land. Like you don't even have to land in this little square where the alligator is. You just have to be like right in front of it. And it'll like spawn at random. Now the one that's in the water, they function a little differently. But the one that just like is in that final row, that one's the one where you can't be like next to it because it'll eat you. I learned that last time when I played it. It's kind of a weird little thing that's going on. Okay, I'm glad I got that corner one because that one's hard to hit. I'm gonna go for the other one in the corner if the alligator doesn't pop out. Okay, because the ones in the middle are a lot easier to get to, for me anyway. And I don't even trust like the blue circles because those are the ones that like, what happened? Where am I? Oh, I guess I went forward and didn't realize it. Yeah, those are the ones that'll like submerge underwater. So they're just not really like safe. They're like temporary platforms. See, there's an alligator there who was on the final row. And if he pops up, he's gonna obviously kill me. Okay, look, so that I beat my personal best. My first attempt here, so we're doing good, guys. So now everything here is profit. But now there's a lot more traffic as I made it to level 3. This is the furthest I've made it. I probably shouldn't do that. I should just stay. Okay, now I'm gonna have to. There's a lot more traffic here in this round. I'm gonna go for that corner, assuming the alligator doesn't show up. Cool. Yeah, crossing the street is probably the hard part. If you land on the white frog, that's like bonus points. Don't show up, alligator. Nice. Oh. So that was my score. That's the end of the game. I'm going to notate that score. 706. 706. There we go. And I'll just put it in my records. That's a good spot to kind of end off on a high note, right? With a personal best obtained. So let me make a little note of that. Personal best score on camera, 706. So good luck to future Frogman to beating that score. Let's check and see who is on. Oh, you know what? I could check on my phone. That might even be easier. There is actually someone I see on who has been a supporter of me, and they are not yet affiliate. Last I checked, they had 33 followers. So let's drop a little raid on Certify It looks like what they're doing is DJ stream, and then they're going to be playing some Doom afterwards. And Doom is always really fun. But yeah, let's show some support for another streamer. Is the Frogger episode of Seinfeld your favorite episode of Seinfeld? I have seen some Seinfeld. I haven't seen the Frogger episode. But I will look into that now. Let me take a picture. That's how I remember things. I will look into that. And thank you for the nice personal best. So let's go ahead and raid Zertify. I'm not really sure what they're doing, but I'm sure it's gonna be for a good time. I appreciate you guys stopping in today. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, as I usually do on Sunday mornings, for Pikmin 2. So looking forward to that, and I look forward to catching you guys around. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and you guys take care. Be safe out there. We're gonna raid Zertify. Should be starting in about 8 seconds. So I'll see you guys there. Thank you for the nice stream, Tio. You guys have a good one. Bye bye.